Thank you for checking out To The Point. Today we're going to be doing real world scenario battery life on DJI Air 2S. Phenomenal drone. I got the Fly More combo, which means I got 3 batteries, and that just happens to line up with the 3 modes: cinema, normal, and sport. Each mode governs the drone differently. Cinema is going to be the slowest, normal obviously in between, and sport is going to be the highest performing mode of the 3. So I'm interested in hopefully answering any questions anybody else has as far as what to really expect from battery life from each mode. Anytime anything has a battery, whether it's car, phone, electric bike, drone, scooter, whatever it is, famous 2 words before the estimated runtime is up to. And in this case, on this drone, they estimate up to 31 minutes of flight time, which is always going to be in absolute perfect conditions at lower speeds, no wind. It's really, in my opinion, completely unrealistic. So what I want to know is each mode, actually literally trying to drain them as quick as I can, what it's going to be like. So today is super windy. We have about 15 to 25 mile an hour winds with gusts upwards of about 40. So hopefully the drone doesn't flip or crash or anything. It'll actually be a good test for that too. Plus the temperature is currently 30, feels like 19 with a wind chill. So anybody that knows anything about batteries, the cold definitely takes some life out of the batteries as well. Each flight I'm going to try and replicate as exact as I can across the board so I get a consistent result. Each flight when I take off, once I take off, I'm not going to stop moving until the battery's done and I land it again. I'm going to take off, climb to about 390 feet, drop down to 100, climb back up to about 390 feet again, drop back down to 100, and then do 10 top speed and quick brakes. So basically just slamming it in reverse, trying to come close to a stop as quick as I can, top speed, stop as quick as I can again, do that 10 times on each mode, each battery, and then just keep on flying around, banking left, banking right, playing with the camera, and trying to drain as quick as I can. I'm not going to bore you guys with boring Minnesota footage. I'm sure you guys have seen a million videos with trees and clouds and things like that. So I'm just going to get up there, I'm going to fly these off camera, and then come back with the results. Okay, so I just got back in from going through all 3 batteries. All 3 batteries, I got down to about 5 to 8% by the time that I touched the ground and turned everything off. And one thing I wasn't sure of, because I only had about a 20-minute flight before I did this video, but reading in comments, seeing in videos, forums, things like that, I did experience what I think a lot of people have experienced with Air 2S, and that is the dreaded backward sensor error that came up on the screen. A lot of people had that, including me, on the very first flight out of the box, and pretty much every flight thereafter, despite the OTA updates that DJI sent out, power cycling it, charging the batteries, nothing seemed to work. I did find a fix for it, and since it did work, since I went through about close to an hour of flight time just now, plus about 20 minutes beforehand, I haven't had the errors since. So I actually did find a system that did work without returning it or sending it out or anything like that. So I will do a video here within the next week describing how you can get rid of that error right from home. Okay, now for the results. One more time, It is super windy today. I mean, there were times where I was doing about 32 miles an hour. I turned and hit a wind gust and it was like hitting a wall. It dropped it from about 32 miles an hour down to about 7 miles an hour. And it had issues getting above 10 miles an hour sometimes. It was really bucking the wind. And not one wind warning or anything like that, so it handled amazing in 30, 40 mile an hour wind gusts. No high wind warnings came up on the screen. Obviously nothing happened, it's still in one piece. Plus it's cold out here, about 30 degrees with a 19-degree wind chill. And like I said, never stopped flying. So as for the results, so in cinema mode, which is the slowest mode, from a fully charged battery down to about 6%, I was able to fly for 19 minutes and 10 seconds. I went into normal mode and once again did the same route, did the same elevation climbs and start and stops, things like that. And I was able to get 17 minutes and 10 seconds. And then in sport mode, again, same thing, and I was able to pull 12 minutes and 10 seconds. Keep in mind the up to time that they estimated was 31 minutes. Now, like I said before, I never stopped flying, high winds, cold temperatures, worst case scenario. So I'm confident that a lot of users in normal conditions, you know, you're going to be hovering, taking pictures, things like that. Probably not in weather like this. This should be an under promise, over deliver type case. You should get better numbers than this. But hopefully this will give you some idea on what to really expect in flight times from all the different modes on the DJI Air 2S.